Donovan, what's up, man? It's Sean from Tampa.
Sean from Tampa. Sean is actually kind of like Rollo Tomasi 20 years ago. Sean, you are in a band and you score a lot of pussy because you're in a band, period, right?
Yeah, something like that, man. I'm kind of like a red pill touring guitar player.
There you go.
I just wanted to call, man. I wanted to call into.
Hang on a sec. Is that Sean Hopper?
Yes, it is, Richard.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now I know who. Okay, got it. Yeah, because it was Sean that actually introduced us to Elliot Hulse.
Oh, wow. On in Tampa, Sean Hopper. Yeah. Wow. Small world. Okay.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you guys. What you guys do is life changing. So, I found Rollo's work on a whim one night, late at night, 2 in the morning. I was on Amazon, and this random book came up in a book you may like section. And I saw it, Rational Mail, and I bought it. It came in, and dude, right from chapter 1, I was just like fucking blown away. So I've bought like 30 copies and given them out to friends.
Hey, thank you.
No, dude, I just really wanted to share that with you, man, because yeah, dude, somebody needs to open eyes, and rationale is the way to get to the man's conscience. Once you get past that limbic system of a man's brain where he's all like lovey-dovey, his rationale can kick in. He can go, oh shit, this does make sense. Right. So basically my red pill moments, man, I kind of see them all the time. It was thrust upon me because I would try to, fall into blue pill conditioning when I was younger. But as I would play guitar on stage, I would notice there was a pre-show interest in me, or a pre-show lack of interest, but a post-show full interest from women. And I never understood that. I was like, okay, I'm 5'11". I'm not like this, cream of the crop guy. I mean, I'm a good looking dude, but what's going on to make, 10% of women like me from before the show, as opposed to 90% after the show? Mm-hmm. And it started to make sense once I read your books. I was like, holy shit, pre-selection, hypergamy. Dude, it was blowing my mind. So, I mean, they would just come my way like crazy. And I would get confused. Honestly, guys, I would get so confused because I didn't know what to do with it. And I thought, oh, they really like me. That's what it is. These girls, they finally see me for whatever blue pill narrative I could construct. And finally, man, when I got a hold of your work and I accepted it, I went through all those stages. My red pill rage was kind of like trying to red pill women in a way. That was a form of red pill rage for me. It was like, no, see, this makes sense. Let me show you. Let me explain it. And I gave up on that. Thanks to you guys. It does not work. So, yeah, man, like I said, I'm a little nervous talking to you guys for the first time. It's just kind of shocked because I'm just such a big fan of the work you guys do. And I spoke to Donovan several times, but yeah, man, that's kind of what I like to do. I like to go around. I play my shows. I love to evaluate the psychology and the behavior of what goes on in front of me. And when guys ask questions, I can give them answers, and I can guide them to the right literature. When women ask questions, I say to them, don't ask questions you do not want the real, logical, evolutionary, biological answers to. Mm-hmm. Do not ask. And
God, that sounds so flirty.
Yeah, sure. They'll try to get flirty like that. But that's kind of the frame I like to operate. I love to play music. I love to do my thing. Like I got a sold out show tonight here in St. Petersburg. And sure enough, I'll get up there and I'll do my thing. And afterwards, like clockwork, I can pull this chick. I can say, hey, I want to make out with you and your friend, whatever. And it's not an ego thing. It just is. And, I enjoy it. But yeah, you're right, man. Women break the rules for alphas and make the rules for betas. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you to Rollo. Thank you, Donovan, Richard. I watch all of y'all's content all the time.
Thanks, man.
I'm glad you guys finally connected with Elliot. So, yeah.
Hey, let's get you out to 21Con next year, man, in Orlando, Florida. It'll be in November.
Yeah, man, I actually talked about that with some friends. We'd love to go, come attend that and just, check that out. But if that's something you guys are interested in, I'd love to be a part of it. I can give my experiences as a musician and how guys will, I'll say this real quick and I'll let you guys run because I know you got other callers. Guys will say to me sometimes when they hear about my experiences, and I want every guy listening to this to understand this very deeply. Their girls will say stuff like, the guys will come to me and say, well, my girlfriend would never do that kind of thing. my girlfriend would never go off with a musician or an actor or an athlete. And I go, keep telling yourself that, dude. Keep telling it, because I have literally played shows where I'm behind the merch table. And Rolo, you've probably had something like this happen as a musician also. I've been behind the merch table, and like a man and woman approach, and the woman will hug me. She's married. Husband is right there next to her. She'll hug me, slide phone number in my back pocket.
Damn.
The fuck?
Yep.
Other times I'm
USA girls right there.
Sounds like sexual harassment to me.
No, it's everywhere. We had that up north too.
Hashtag you
God,
too.
God forbid I say anything though.
Holy shit.
That's great.
Bathroom door to try and get in. I'll open the door and they'll come in and have fun with me. And go back out and introduce me to their boyfriend. No bullshit. I know it sounds crazy.
No, that doesn't sound crazy at all.
No, you know what's funny is
We talk about this all the time, and people always challenge it, right?
Yeah,
So like,
you're telling me it's funny because like shit doesn't change, man. You're telling me shit that I experienced back when I was like in my mid 20s, like 22, 23 years old, and it is still not. I mean, that's where I live. That's where I learned game, really, but we didn't call it game. I just a quick aside here. My game back then is when I was playing guitar, I was playing bass, whatever. I would have a show, and it was exactly what he was saying. It's like, you don't have any social proof before the show, but after the show, you got tons. So what I would do is I would like go around, find the girl that I go, okay, I want that girl right there. And then I would go and I would get one drink because I was so poor. I couldn't afford alcohol. So like girls would end up buying me drinks anyways. Right. So I'd sit there with one drink, and I find the girl, I start chatting her up, and I go, okay, sorry, I got to go play this gig. Can you watch my drink for me while I go up here and take care of this, right? So if that girl was still sitting at the bar watching my drink after the show, I knew I was in. I knew that was where I was going to go. She's the one I was going to go home with that night.
Yeah, that's a mystery method thing, actually. I forget the name for that. The lock-in prop. The lock-in prop is what it is.
Yeah, I just naturally did it.
Yep.
Cool.
Analogy that I give guys so they can understand how hyperbole works, like so they could get it really quick. I told Donovan this like a couple months ago. I call it Donovan called it armchair quarterbacking, and basically it's like a girl will say that to your face, and she actually believes this. She'll say to your face that she would never do that with so and so or this type of guy. She would never do it, and I believe in that moment she actually believes that that story. And she's saying that because she's like the armchair quarterback who's watching Monday Night Football. He can say, if I were there, I would have done this and I wouldn't do that. And I would have thrown the ball here and I wouldn't throw it there. It's easy to say what you will and won't do when something's not in front of you.
Right.
That's what I equate it to. So I've seen many girls that say they would never do those types of things. As soon as high value is in close proximity, boom, hypergamy kicks in, and you see all belief systems they basically placate their boyfriends with a story, and they go off and fuck the alpha. And I have been that guy many times. So I'm just letting guys know, don't believe that story when you hear, well, I'm not that kind of girl, and I would never do that. It's dog shit.
It's funny how you put it like that. I think more guys get red pilled by being that guy than by being the guy who gets cheated on. Yeah. Like that was part of it for me too, when I was balls deep in a girl and she was telling me how great her fiance was.
And she meant it, and she actually
did mean it. She was totally meant it, but she still had the afterglow.
They let you hit it raw too.
Oh yeah,
they let you hit it raw too.
With women, I always ignore the word "not." So if they say I would never do that, they would definitely do that. And they say that's not something I would do. That's definitely something I would do.
Yeah, usually it's a pretty good indication they've already done it 1,000 times, and they don't want to be labeled for it.
Exactly.
How many times have y'all been in the bed with a woman and her phone rings? She's like, "Shh, don't say nothing." And
yeah, that's happened to everybody.
On the other side while she's out there sucking your dick or playing with your balls or something, man.
Yeah, right.
Have any of you ever said anything? That's what I'm wondering.
No. I've kicked some women out.
Take the call outside.
Let him do all the non-sexual stuff. I fuck her, you pay for it. That's I'm not saying
dude, I had this Snapchat porn star. Guys were sending her dick pics on Snapchat, like left and right. I'm like, you gotta fucking turn your phone off. Like, this is to get the fuck out of here. Like, this is too much. Like, I know you do the Snapchat thing. Like, you gotta shut that off when you're here. Like, it's too much. Like, I don't want to hear that shit buzzing on your phone and shit.